What if family gets sports guys 20 minutes? It is 7:21 a.m. in my city, Chicago. Chicken Tuesday, August the 19th, 2025. 100% on my phone. Look, I'm with this government funded program called Feather Fist, and I just got through watching how, Sony took advantage of Michael Jackson and so many others, on the label, whatever, and people fall for they, creative, you know, writings or you know creativity or whatever as far as singing and music, and they all end up being thrown under the bus, whatever the case may be. Once the big companies, music companies, got what they want or whatever, we're gonna take this all the way to 725. Me being originated rap since the age of 1975, they've been taking advantage of me all along. I'm not talking one corporation. Everybody had used me up and stuff. And if it wasn't for me watching the Oprah Winfrey show in 2007, something like that, and this guy was promoting a YouTube camera. You can upload a video on the YouTube camera, 10 minutes or whatever and stuff. Even though she and I was beefing, if that's what you want to call it, I just so happened, with the help of my higher power, guiding me, I guess, decided to watch her show and stuff. And she was promoting that camera and YouTube camera. And, I went and got it for like, I don't know, it's probably less than $100 or something like that. And I uploaded my first 2 YouTube videos, Mary Mack versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, and my child abuse story in 2007. Of course, it was getting some traction or whatever on YouTube, some numbers and stuff. But once they realized what I was doing, especially with the Mary Mack versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, it hasn't, of course, seen the light of day. But everybody knows what time it is. Long story short, if it wasn't for me watching that video and me so-called beefing with Oprah or whatever and stuff, because, she has exploited me and my story since 1984, when I sent her my child abuse rap at the age of 17. And in 1995, when I put my voice to 3 cassette tapes to the sound of music, front and back, and Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream, and my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus 1 song in 2007. She just been getting over and stuff, for real. She didn't become a billionaire because, she's smart like that. No, she used real people, intellectual properties, and, keep getting over. She's a shepherd for the devil. But it had not been for me watching that, show of hers about that YouTube camera, a lot of people would not have been able to tell their story, and TikTok and all that, you know what I'm saying? Instagram would have never taken off and stuff, for real. Real talk, because Oprah wasn't going to put y'all on the show. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean, I was the biggest one that she took advantage of, for real. Imagine that. The Color Purple is still making billions, you understand what I'm saying? And that is based on a true story. Me and my foster sister, they just, made it their own, and like they always do. So, long story short, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. 725, it's just a matter of time. They think killing me, they win. They don't. God gonna get them. God is trying to tell you something. You know what I mean? I never got nothing for all my hard work and labor. This is the white ball. God is coming after you white motherfuckers. I'm telling you. I know you don't believe me, but you will. And it's the 14, Money, Mississippi. Oprah's from Mississippi. Don't come to my city with that bullshit. It's the 13. Oh, my mama, I ain't got it. Bases loaded. And this the 4, Color Purple ass nigga. Peace.